channel. I just got done with the yoga class. The dogs and I ran outside. Look at Rooster. He is feeling so good, so happy after, you know, running outside. Yes, we have visitors coming this afternoon. Tonight's menu is pizza. So we're gonna have homemade pizza and I need to get the dough ready. But before that, I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee because although I seem upbeat and energetic, I feel like there's always a bell curve. It's like, okay, we're feeling good. And then right around the time guests come, I might crash. So to keep these good vibes going, as I will, I'm gonna make myself a nice coffee. I also still have like my leggings on and my tank top, so I'm gonna swap that out for you know, a summer dress or something. It's supposed to be 90 degrees this weekend. We had like a thunderstorm this morning and that humidity has just been cranked up. The studio was so warm today. I felt so bad halfway through class. I was like opening the door and like wafting it in. I was like, so sorry friends, like it's a little hot, but we made it through and we deserve a little bit of a treat. So coffee coming right up. So we have 3 different coffee types today, but they're all by the same brand, the Roastery. So this one is our Super Tuscan. We got this one yesterday when we went grocery shopping for ingredients. We also have 40 sardines, which is Garrett's #1 favorite. And then of course, to support our Kansas City Chiefs, we have the KC Kingdom blend as well. This one is chocolate caramel and a hint of blackberry. This one is a nod to classic Italian espresso with caramel and chocolate and baked apples and spice. This one actually is like, so good. And then 40 sardines, sounds disgusting, but it's a Kansas City restaurant. Dark cherries, rich chocolate, nutmeg, and subtle jasmine flavors. I think I'm not gonna open this one yet because we did just get it, but I'm gonna go with the KC Kingdom. We have our own little grinder. It's a Braun grinder. Super easy to use. I just take off the lid, dump some beans in, and then set it to like 4. I don't really know what the knobs mean, but I get enough espresso to like fill my 18 grams. And then we have a Breville Bambino. I got this last December and she has just been so good to me. So let's make our coffee. Nothing truly compares to making coffee at home. I always find myself preferring it over like drive-thrus. I feel like it's just so much better. I make it with love. The beans are fresh. It's 10 out of 10 experience. So much so that last weekend when we went, or it's been a couple of weekends now, but we went out of town for our float trip and we had to have commercial coffee. And it was like, you know, in the past I've always enjoyed it, but this time I don't know what it was, but like the coffee was not hitting and I was so sad. I couldn't even finish it. I don't know if it's because like the frothing machines for milk can be like too aerated. I don't know, but we are preparing the counter. I need to make dough for our little pizza party tonight. This is just about out. I'll show you how I make it. Yeah, we were basically out. That's all the solution left in this bottle. It is a glass bottle with like a little silicone bottom. I picked it up from Target a couple summers ago and I do really like it. And the spray hasn't like clogged up or anything in the nozzle. I feel like some products you purchase and then like they don't even function properly, but the spray bottle, it's lasted me, I want to say it's been 3 summers now. I use the Clean Colt, or at least at the moment, this is what I'm using, the liquid hand soap. First I put like a little bit of this at the bottom. The wild lavender is my favorite smell. I also use them in all of my hand pumps, but then I take vinegar and I pour just about an equal amount, if not like just a little less of vinegar into it, and then I will fill the rest up with water. And this is what I use on my countertops. I figure if the hand soap can clean my hands, it can also help my countertops, and then the vinegar also adds its own disinfectant. So that's what I use on my counters, and I just fill it up, shake it up, and it's ready to go. I originally bought these microfiber towels from Amazon for my yoga class, but I quickly found out they were like almost too big for what I was needing. I was needing something a little smaller and more terry-like. So I've been using them for my counters. I do like them, but I almost think they're too big for this job as well. I don't know if I need to like cut them down and try to sew them, but with my homemade little counter mixture, I need something to wipe it up. It's not like a rag or anything, but it does do a pretty good job with the counters, but it's just like more of a big hand towel in comparison to like a washcloth. In my last vlog, I talked about how I started my very own sourdough starter. This is her. I fed her this morning before I went to yoga class. It's already doubled in size, but it's pretty strong. Like, she's getting to be a really mature, nice starter, and I've had her reach the top of the jar. I do like to take the lid off and like give her a little tap to release the air bubbles, as you can see in there. Just give her a tap on the counter. It helps aerate it and also does add more activity. But I have a bunch of discard in the fridge because I have to feed it every single day, and I don't necessarily make bread every single day. So here's my discard, if you will, and this is what we're going to be making the pizza dough out of today. I need about 200 grams, so I hope there's 200 grams in here, but we'll weigh it out and we'll see. The pizza dough recipe I've been using is 20 grams of discard, 280 grams of water, 20 grams of honey, 7 grams of yeast if it's a weak starter. Last time I did not have to use any yeast and she rose fine, so we're not going to use any active dry yeast this time either. 30 grams of olive oil, which mine is pretty low. I'm going to supplement with avocado oil. 20 grams of salt and 500 grams of bread flour. I always measure it out. I'm also lazy. I love using my KitchenAid. You can definitely mix this by hand. But to get started, we're gonna measure out and see how much sourdough discard we have. And we're gonna hope for 200 grams. Ooh, that was 182. So I think we have just enough. Hopefully that'll give us 200 right there. The best tip I have for you is to take off your ring, because this can get a little sticky, and then I like to put butter on my hands just to help the dough like not stick as much. We're gonna work this just for a little bit and then set it in a bowl to rest, and then while it's resting we are gonna go change and then help the rest of this out. I like to pour more flour on top just to give it some structure. And then I just fold it in a little bit. I should have put flour on the bottom, but I forgot to. With a little bit of effort, this will pull right up. You can knead it any way you like. I kind of do like a rolling method. I just want it to form a ball so that I can set it in the bowl to rest. Now our flour and water is looking more like a pizza dough. I pushed it to a round little bowl. I'm gonna cover it with a clean cloth and then we'll let it rest 30 minutes. All right, as we wait for our dough to rise, double, and do all of its amazing things, I am gonna hop in the shower and get dressed for the day. Workout clothes are great, but I do like to dress and change into proper attire, especially on the weekends. It helps like differentiate between, okay, this was morning, this was work, and now this is evening or afternoon and the second part of my day. Okay, we settled on denim cutoff shorts and this nice billowy shirt that I got from a downtown boutique. It's nice, it's big, it's billowy. It's gonna not cling to my body, and I know since we're spending some time outside, I don't want to be hot, I don't want to be sticky. Now, we've set the vibes, the ambiance, we have our candle going. Honestly, I love to light all the candles in the house and set a scentsy, especially when guests are coming. So we're setting the mood, we're setting the ambiance, all the things. I can't decide if I want to put my hair up or not. I did wash it this morning, but it never looks like amazing after my hot yoga class. So I might just like put it up in a claw clip, But then I think, like if I put it up in a claw clip too early, then I don't get to, you know, enjoy the clean washed hair. But the more I thought about it in the shower, I was like, we don't have like a dessert, and I would love to make like chocolate chips cookies or something. So I'm gonna be in the kitchen a lot. I think it's just best if maybe we put it up. I do want to touch up my makeup a little bit because after being in the shower and the hot studio, it tends to like melt a little bit. I'm gonna put some setting powder underneath my eyes to just like reset that. Obviously, I don't know. I'm going to reabsorb some of the sweat, some of the moisture, some of the oil on my face, and just put it in my T-zone area. That way, you know, I'm not doing a full new face, but I am refreshing it, giving it a little bit of life, a little bit of, okay, let's go. I'll also refresh my blush a little bit, and to help my face not be like so white, I take my blush brush and just like flick off that setting powder underneath my eyes and my T-zone. It's summer, like I'm allowed to have as much blush as I want, right? I've seen all over social media about blush blindness, and I'm like, you know what, honestly, same, because I love blush so much, and instead of bronzer, I just use blush. 2016 me could never. I know you're not supposed to curl your eyelashes with makeup on them, but I didn't put too much mascara this morning, so I'm just gonna give them a little bit of a lift and then reapply my mascara, give them a little something. I got some dust in my eyebrow, and I didn't put any on my bottom lashes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I find when I sweat in studio, my bottom eyelashes are pretty long, so they like print on my under eye, making it look baggy, and then I look crazy. So I usually avoid it during yoga class. Okay, I'm feeling more refreshed. Let's go get the rest of the house ready. Okay, I honestly have not bought these in so long, so a lot of them only have like one or two, or they're like melted into each other because I do keep them in my laundry room. But orange buttercream and cupcake is my number one favorite. Top. Most of the time this is in my house. However, I'm feeling something a little different, so we're gonna do Cuddle Up. This scent is just like very warming, very summer, very good. So I'm gonna pop this in our Scentsy, and then I have the candle. So we're gonna take this box and we're gonna put it in the kitchen. I did clean it the other day, so that's why I'm feeling like, okay, usually I have orange scents, but since I just cleaned it, we can do something different. My favorite thing to do in the world is to pop onto YouTube and find the like cafe and music, or like Thunder in the Woods. That one sounds creepy, but let me show you what I mean. Whenever I'm caught up on like my podcast, or I just want something that's like a melody or a really beautiful photo, I go to, well, these are all served up to me, but my favorite is the Relax Jazz Cafe. The Summer Morning Jazz is one of them. The Soft Seaside Jazz is another. Watch the Rain Fall. Like, these are so good. Usually I just pick one that seems just about right for the vibe. They just give a little extra to the home. We're gonna go with this Happy Weekday, an Italian Nova for work and study. So I just pop this on and get on with my day, you know, like whether I'm in the kitchen or cleaning. Right now we're just trying to spruce things up before everyone gets here. Okay, our candles are lit, our ambiance has started. Now let's check in with our dough and see how she's doing. Look at that beauty. She is almost 12 inches across and 12 inches, you know, each way. This has officially doubled in size. I'm gonna divide it up and put it on its own plate. That way everybody has their own dough to cook their pizza and put their own toppings on. I take a knife and I just cut and divide it. I don't have like a bench knife, or I definitely would use it, but I just go in, make an indent like that, and then divide it again. I separate, pulling the dough apart. It will deflate a little bit when you do this. So that's a dough. Now I'll cut it again. I I sprinkled just a little bit more flour on, and we're gonna work the dough just a little. I have plenty of time before Garrett, Adriana, and Christian come. I like to let my dough rest like quite a bit, usually because I forget about it. I'll dust the plates just a little bit as well before putting the dough on to set for its final rest. So we still have plenty of time before we're gonna eat, but our timeline has moved up a little bit. Garrett went golfing with Christian, Adriana's husband, this morning, but they were planning on going to a car show afterwards. That car show did not exactly happen, so they're coming here a little bit earlier than originally planned, but it's fine because our dough is already ready. So today we're hosting Garrett's cousin Adriana and her husband Christian, but Adriana and I actually have known each other since freshman year of college. I actually knew Adriana before I knew Garrett. It's funny, 2 of Garrett's cousins were actually in my same pledge class for my sorority, and we all hung out together. So it just, you know, made sense when Garrett and I got together. So it is family that we're hosting, and I don't have to like feel too much pressure of like getting everything ready and right. But this is the first time that they're coming to our home since we built it. I don't know, like life just happens, and it was COVID, and it's quite crazy that they haven't been over. But usually for our like family holidays and things, we're always at her mom's or like Garrett's parents or grandparents. So this will be the first time that we all get to like hang out and chill together, which honestly, one thing that stresses me out about hosting is Rooster and Rowdy, because they are blue heelers and they are pretty reactive dogs. And we got Rooster during COVID, and then Rowdy at the tail end of it. They are not like always polite all the time. When I mean polite, they jump on people and like they bark, and after like a minute or two, like they'll settle down and it'll be fine. And Christian and Adriana, like, they have dog, they understand, but I always get a little embarrassed when we're hosting people because I'm like, I promise they are good dogs, like they are well mannered. But so that really has stopped me from like hosting as much, because I'm like, I don't want my dogs to like jump on you. But you know, we're getting better at it, right? They need socialization, I need socialization. They're divided out, we're gonna let them rest. I'm gonna make a quick cookie dough and then vacuum a little bit just so that it's ready and right for everyone to come and hang out. So I have a little bit of an oversight. As I was laying out my pizza dough, I was like, okay, everyone's gonna have their pizza dough, then we're gonna like spread the sauce out, and I was like, oh, sauce, I'm wearing white, okay? I am not wearing white as we, you know, make pizza. So I'm gonna swap my shirt really quick into this little Chicago blue t-shirt. This, you know, if it gets stained, fine, but like I know that pizza sauce will be on my white shirt, so we are changing. Now we have a blue on blue situation, but at least we are not going to be staining that white shirt. You love blue, huh? Because you're blue healer and I'm wearing blue. We're matchers today, aren't we, Rowdy? So my favorite place to fold our laundry is in our bedroom. However, our next house, we absolutely will be having our washer and our dryer in the closet, or even having like its own laundry room, because currently our laundry is in the hallway. And while that's not bad, it's just like inconvenient for folding clothes. So if I have a basket of clothes and I plop them on our bed, I have to fold our clothes before bed. But if I run out of time and I end up not folding the clothes, then they go right back into the basket at the foot of our bed, and I could stack up like 3 to 4 of those baskets, or loads. Honestly, it's only 2 baskets, but you can fit a lot of clothes in a couple baskets, and then they rest there, and then I feel like I need to re-spin them, and it's not doable, okay? Maybe I'm just complaining. Folding clothes, folding laundry is like not my #1 favorite thing to do. As you can see, we have a mixed bin of clothes, okay? We don't separate. Since it's just Garrett and I, we don't have any children or anybody else that we do laundry for. If I just waited for us to have like enough colors or enough whites or enough towels, like I would have a massive pile of clothes. So I just do it as it comes.
They haven't.
Oh no!
It's just easier.
Promise they're not. It's like, come get me or else.
Because we always share pizza and I don't like black olives, so he just like, I don't eat them. And he eats black olives like fine. But he loves black olives.
I think Stonehell has the most to do. You know, you can go on the tour or you can right. Yeah. So we can share, like if you and Christian want to make because they bake one at a time. And you guys probably aren't hungry still. So
I'm hungry.
okay.
I don't know about that.
Well, so it'll cook,
I'm always hungry, Logan.
it'll cook one at a time. So.
Open mine up.
You blend
Do you
that?
want it?
I don't
blended?
mind. It doesn't matter to
We
me.
can blend it all. Garrett just cannot. He is so annoying.
I prefer
Your
to
mom
probably
tries
have my. If you're going to blend it, I would probably prefer.
blend them all. But I don't know. I don't know. So okay, this will shrink, but I will. I should have gone first. Right? You gotta go a little faster.
You have your own pizza.
Like every store I go to has not had the selection I'm looking for.
You are off base with nobody else?
I'm so sorry. Do you want me to put it?
No, it's
I
fine.
fucking forgot about it.
I've also never. I mean, we make our own pizza, but not like we've never.
Made our own dough or
We went to,
got
Or-
too adventurous with the
Yeah,
dough.
we normally just make like a pretty simple.
we went,
That is insane.
And Christian and I like kept walking, and some guy goes, "The director said cut," so we just like stayed where we were. And we were like,
So when I pull it shoots, when I release it shoots. Wow.